to do shows with in Baltimore back in the day, and one of the beautiful parts about this club as well is bringing all my friends over here from Virginia Beach, from Baltimore, from DC, and all that stuff. And it's just really great to have him here. He is the host of Done Way Past Funny on Knock TV and Spark TV, host of Church of Last Resort on Mind Dog TV, and co-host of Coffee with Dog on Mind Dog TV. Everybody give it up for the very funny Mr. G.E. Fenderson!
All right, thank you very, very much. Another round of applause for everybody that's been up here this evening. I'm not even going to pretend I remember everybody's name. No. My wife could not be here tonight, so she asked me to record my set so that she could critique it later. And so I'm a little bit nervous because if I fuck up, it's there.
You can get caught.
But my wife Penny, she told me not to be nervous and to forget that the camera's there. To forget about it, just to focus on you guys and make you guys laugh. Because you're here to have a good time. She's just there to critique. So
no pressure.
So yeah, no pressure at all. So Penny said to me that, if you fuck up, just lean into it, because the audience does not know your material. Which is true. For example, my wife's name is Carol, not Penny. And if I hadn't told you for the rest of the night, she'd have been Penny. Now, I'm not doing this for cheap applause. I drove 3 hours for this applause. But Sunday is my wedding anniversary. No, good job. Thank you. Now, Tuesday is my wife's wedding anniversary. She needed a couple days to think about her answer. So, like I said, but we will be celebrating 18 years of marriage. We've been together for 21 years, give or take a few drugs. And basically, in the 21 years, I've learned a lot. And my wife and I had a lot to learn about each other, because we are a mixed marriage couple. Now, I don't mean that in the fact that I'm black and she's white, reparations. Hey. I mean, we are that kind of mixed couple, but that's nothing. That's nothing. The real challenge is the fact that I'm a morning person. And she needs coffee.
Yeah.
Yes. And so, and forget, she needs at least 1 cup to be human.
I need at least 3.
And forget humane. That's 2 cups.
Yeah, no, you don't talk until about the 3rd.
Yeah. So, every morning when I wake up, I know that not to talk to her first. So I make her coffee. That's the first thing I do. I make her coffee. And once it's brewing and she can smell that the coffee's being made, I will come back and I will give her a kiss. On the forehead, because morning breath. We're married, not in love. No. Sorry. Delete that.
Delete that. Edit that out.
No. So, but it's a routine. It's a routine I do every single day. And if those of you who have routines, you will understand the next thing I'm about to say. If something happens and you miss something in a routine, it fucks up your whole day. Because you can't tell. You don't know what's messed up. You can't tell. It's like, I don't know, you walk out the house, you're like, did I brush my teeth? No, not that. Deodorant? No, okay. Well, did I wash? No, okay. But there's something missing, and you feel it for the whole day. So one morning, I forgot to make my wife's coffee, and she walks into the kitchen, and this is where you're going to learn that my wife has a thinking problem. She says to me, "You forgot to make my coffee." I said, "Oh, damn it, I'm sorry. Things were so hectic this morning." She goes, "That's okay. Next time you forget, let me know and I'll make my own coffee." I said,
That's a try.
I said, "If I forgot, how can I tell you that I didn't make the coffee?" She says, "Just listen. The next time you forget to make my coffee, just let me know and I'll make my own coffee." And I said, if I forgot to make your coffee, how can I tell you that I forgot to make the coffee? She said, "You're not listening. You are making this way more difficult than this has to be. The next time you forget to make my coffee, let me know and I'll make my own coffee." I went, "Okay. The next time I forget to make your coffee, I'll tell you that I forgot to make your coffee so that you can make your own coffee." She goes, "That's all I'm asking." I wish I'd made her coffee. There you go. One of the other things I've learned over the past few years is that I have spousophobia. I'm afraid of my wife. For those of you who didn't know what spousophobia is, I'm afraid of my wife. Now, I did not know I was afraid of my wife. And I just had no idea. For years, I thought I was just compromising. I mean, when we first got together, before we got together, I used to use Apr Fresh. When we got together, then we are using Crest. Before we got together, I used to wash my clothes in Tide. Now we use All. And before we got together, I used to shave with the Gillette Mach 3 razor.
Hey.
We use a Lady Schick. It's spousophobia. And that's drinking right there. Now, the other thing about my marriage is that my wife doesn't fight fair. She doesn't fight fair. Okay, if we have a disagreement, my goal is to resolve it. My wife's goal is to humiliate me and make me feel really dumb and really stupid really fast. And our arguments almost always start off like this. She'll say, "You know, you're always correcting me."
Oh my.
I'll say, "No, I'm not." She goes, "See, there you go. There you go." And so for the next half an hour, no matter what she says, I can't correct her because she's already laid down the ground rules that I always correct her. So I have to sit there like an idiot and take it. So I tried to preempt that. And so I knew the argument was coming. I looked at my wife and I said, "You know, you're always correcting me." And she goes, "Because you're always wrong."
Reverse.
Yeah, checkmate. Now, my wife and I, like I said, over the past 21 years, we've had to learn to be a little more respectful of the way we fight because we come from two different cultures, two different backgrounds. Although after 21 years, race and the culture does not matter. Because after 21 years, I have as much white in me as she has black in her. Or technically, she has a little bit more black in her. About 6.5 inches. But one time we were arguing. And the thing is, I know there's one word I cannot call my wife. The C word. I can't do it.
Oh.
And she knows there's one word she cannot call me. And we've been very good about that for a very long time, except for once. And she let it fly with a hard R.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
She called me a Republican. I'm an independent. I'm an independent. But my wife got on me because my mother raised me that there's no such thing as bad words, just bad intentions. That's how I was raised. And my wife got on me because in one of my sets, I used to work retard. And my wife goes, what the fuck is wrong with you? Now, my wife knows, okay, I'm a musician. And I just say to her, I said, honey, that is a musical term, okay? It means to slow down, okay? So, and she would know that. Now, she knows I used to play in an orchestra until I got kicked out for playing like a retard. Now, I am somewhat forgetful, and my wife has come to accept that about me. So she just lets it ride. Like we were supposed to go to the supermarket, not supposed to, we were going to the supermarket. My job is to get the bags. We have our own bags because we care. Not enough to be vegan, but just enough to save a tree or two.
Yeah.
So I get the bag, I set it down, I grab my coat, put my coat on, and I start to walk out the door. And my wife goes, you forgot the bags. I went, okay. And I went, got back, grabbed the bags, got to the front door, set the bags down, put my shoes on, opened the door for my wife. We walk outside, she goes, you forgot the bags. So I go back inside, I grab the bags, I get to the car, I put the bags in the car, open the door for my wife, like I've done every time for 21 years. Except for the one time that she won't let me forget. And close the door, we get to the market, we get out the car, we start walking, she goes, you forgot the bags. I'm like, oh, I got it. I go back to the car, I get the bags, and I catch up to my wife, and she goes, you know, I am so sorry. I apologize. I just don't want you to think that I'm a nagger. I said to my wife, I said, what a coincidence. You don't want me to think that you're a nagger. I don't want you to think that I'm a nigger. She says, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you talking like that? And I said, I'm sorry. Nagger. Now, when my wife and I got married 18 years ago, let me set this up here. When my wife and I got married 18 years ago, we got married on the beach, and we did not have a first dance. So what we did, we went on a dinner cruise a couple of days later. And while my wife, I'm going to do this, you know. Yeah, I want you to hear me. While my wife was in the ladies' room on the cruise, I went to the band that was playing, and I said to them, my wife and I never had a first dance. We just got married. This will be our first dance. Can you untangle me from this cord? And they said, okay, what do you want us to play? So I gave them $100. And they said, just to be honest, every time I tell this story, I give the band more money. Oh my God. Yeah.
It was only $10.
Yeah. 21 years, 18 years ago it was $10. Yeah. But now, so like I was said, I went to the band and I gave them $200.
You'll get to a grand eventually.
And they said, what do you want us to play? And I said, well, I want you to play 1 in a Million by Larry Graham, Graham Central Station. Beautiful song. I love that song. And they said, we don't know that. I said, okay. I said, how about This Song's For You, Elton John?
Oh.
They go, we don't know that. So I go, we go down like 3 or 4 more songs they didn't know. So finally we get one that they know. And they said, so I got them to play this song. It only cost me $800. my wife comes out of the bathroom, and they introduce us, Mr. and Mrs. Fenderson, and they start playing the song. Now, my wife says, "You got him to play our song." I said, "Yes, I did." She goes, "How'd you get him to do it?" I said, "I gave him $1,600. And she goes, "You know what?" She says, "You know why that's our song, don't you?" And I didn't.
Uh-oh.
I didn't know that was, honestly, I didn't know that was our song. I just got fucking lucky. And it only cost me $3,200. So my wife said, "You know how that song, that got to be our song?" I said, "Yes, I do. But I like the story much better when you tell it."
There you go. There you go.
And she tells me how that became our song. It's not important, it's very boring, it gets very long, and I want to get through this song. But she tells me, and I go, "Okay, yeah." Now the thing is, after all this time, it's still our song. But the music's still the same. We're still making music together, but the words aren't the same words after a while. I put my teeth in. She puts her fake brown hair. We're going to a party, but we can't remember where. I feel gassy. Something's just not right. She says, "My darling, don't embarrass me tonight." We get to the party, and everyone shit. We get to the party, and everyone turns to see the way that I'm dancing. They stay far away from me. My arms are flailing up and down, left and right.
Yeah.
She says, "My darling, you've embarrassed me tonight. But I feel comfortable because of all the drugs we've done." She won't remember, is that all? Because we just don't remember. That's what these drugs do. Now we're safe at home now, and she falls across the bed. She seems kind of groggy, and I messed up the lines, but that's okay. I'm gonna start over because otherwise I'll run out of words. Yeah, I'll skip the line. I'll run out of words. Yeah, okay.
You'll get it. You'll get it.
So,
You got it.
eventually, and I'm going to edit it out so when my wife watches this, she'll be like,
It'll be
"You did
perfect.
Great, yeah.
It'll be perfect.
Yeah, perfect. Just
First time.
Yeah, perfect the first time. There, good. Now, we're safe at home now, and she falls across the bed. I take my teeth out, put them next to her fake ass hair. She's kind of groggy as we turn out the light. She says, "My darling, I said, my darling, we are having sex tonight. Got one more for you. I wrote this because of an incident my wife and I had in the supermarket.
Uh-oh.
We were in the supermarket and they were playing this one song over the radio. And the song was by a group called The Pretenders.
Yeah.
They only have one song. Actually, I don't know how many songs they have. I only know one.
Everybody only knows one song.
I have an album. I have a complete collection of Proclaimers and I only know the one song.
Yeah.
So they're playing the song. For those of you who don't know it, the one of you who don't know it, the refrain goes, well, I will walk 500 miles and I will walk 500 more just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Now, when that song is over, my wife says to me, would you walk 500 miles for me? And I said, baby, I would walk 1,000 miles for you.
Of course I will.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. My wife says, that's it?
Oh, the trap.
And then she says, a real man
We'll walk 15.
will walk infinity miles. And I said, okay, you're right. A real man would say he'd walk infinity miles, but a real smart man knows if you want him to walk infinity miles, you don't want to see him.
You'd be taking the bus.
So I wrote this, and immediately, as soon as I said that to my wife, this popped into my head. And I said, honey, I got something for you. So this is my love ballad to my wife. Be the man who's pitching tent for you. If I nudge you, well, you know I'm gonna be the man who's gently nudging you. If you say no, well, you know I'm gonna be the man that you just said no to. But I have lotion, and you know I'm gonna be the man who knows just what to do. And I will rub 500 times, and I will rub 500 more, and I will keep on rubbing till my hand is cramped and my wrist is sore. When I'm horny, well, you know I'm gonna be the man who's horny just for you. If you pinch me, well, you know I'm gonna be the man who's getting pinched by you. And if you spank me, well, you know I'm gonna be the man who's getting spanked by you. If you ball gag me, well, you know I'm gonna be the man who's for you. And I will rub 500 times, and I will rub 500 more, and I will keep on rubbing till my hand is cramped and my wrist is sore. Like to have back off the microphone so I can blow your ears off. Yeah, just perfect that. When you sweat me, well, you know I'm gonna be the man who's getting sweat by you. And if you bruise me, well, you know I'm gonna be the man who's turning black and blue. If you hog tie me, well, you know I'm gonna be the man that knocks all over you. And when I'm coming, well, you know I'm gonna be the man who comes when you tell me to. are dry and my sack is sore. And I will come 500 times, and I will come 500 more, and I will keep on coming till my nuts are dry and my sack is sore. Thank you, Mr. Fenderson. You can check my website, www.goodbuddy.com. Give it up for the rest of the. I don't. Where is the guy? You know, RJ.
The guy.
The guy.
I'm sorry.
There's the guy.
You are so dark in that corner back there. You gotta smile.